Hi. It is my honor to welcome you to JTS, where there is nothing artificial about our intelligence. Thank you. And welcome to the Tekes Hasmacha. And I'd like to invite you to please rise, if you're able, as our graduating students enter the room.
All right. We figured it out. Welcome, everyone, to this joyous moment. And I'm going to begin with the indulgence of all the loved ones who are here by speaking to our students. In a few moments, each of you will assume the clergy mantle. Most of you have been called rabbi or cantor now for quite some time in your internships and in other settings. You had the chance to get used to it, but you still had plausible deniability. No more. This afternoon, you crossed that threshold to begin a life of service to the Jewish people. How fortunate the Jewish people are. While transitions can be unnerving, you've had a lot of experience managing them. You began JTS in a pre-COVID world and depart to a world forever changed by the pandemic. During your time here, you had 3 deans, 2 chancellors, lived in 4, 5 or more housing arrangements, witnessed a historic presidential election in this country, and 5 Israeli elections. So much change can be dizzying, but you never lost focus. You actively cultivated a culture, not only of academic achievement, but also of deep friendship and community. And this year, especially, you helped JTS reignite the vibrant rhythms of pre-pandemic communal, religious, and intellectual life. And I and all of us are grateful to you for that. You also introduced new initiatives, the Division of Religious Leadership Shabbaton, the semi-formal, celebratory dancing after senior sermons, all of which I hope will continue for those who come after you. Poised to depart, you might naturally think to recite Tfilat HaDerech, the Jewish traveler's prayer, that many of you sang so beautifully to celebrate Cantor Abramson's retirement just a few weeks ago. The Talmud teaches in Brachot, when you set out on a journey, consult with your Creator. What does this mean? Anyone who sets out on a journey must recite the traveler's prayer. What's the formula for the traveler's prayer? Yehi ratzon milfanecha, Adonai Elohai, shetolicheni l'shalom, v'tatzideni l'shalom, v'tismecheni l'shalom. May it be your will, Lord my God, to lead me to peace, to direct my steps to peace, guide me to peace, etc., etc. The Talmud understands the anxiety of going off on a journey. We worry that we will encounter unexpected hazards, twists and turns beyond our control. Tfilat HaDerech gives voice to the leap of faith we must all take when we travel. But the Talmud continues, La'olam hishatef inash nafshei b'hadei tzibura. At all times, a person should associate themselves with the congregation. And how should they express that? Yehi ratzon milfanecha Adonai Eloheinu shetolichenu l'shalom v'chulei. May it be your will, Lord our God, that you lead us to peace, etc. This text, this edition by Abaye, teaches us that though we may travel individually, we should feel as if we're traveling alongside a caravan of community members. And therefore, the prayer ought to be worded in the plural. Lead us, not me alone, to peace, etc., etc. This suggestion, which, as we know, has been codified into standard practice, along with some additional language for that bracha, reminds us today that while you are each embarking individually, you are never alone. Accompanying and surrounding and sustaining you are your devoted JTS teachers, mentors, and deans, your dear JTS classmates, your loving family and friends, and of course, the sacred presence of the Shekhinah. As you become not only clergy, but also JTS alumni, I hope that you will always feel the support of your extended JTS community, both here at 3080 and throughout our wide-ranging alumni network. And may we nurture our ties now as colleagues in the years to come. The Talmud teaches in Sotah, Harav latalmid ad ibura shel ir. A teacher accompanies a student until the outskirts of the city. Even the most devoted teachers can accompany their students only so far. Likewise, today, we bring you safely to the outskirts of our campus. From here, we will, with bittersweet emotions and tremendous pride, watch you depart and continue your journey of Jewish learning and leadership. You are ready to blaze your own trails. We can't wait to see where it leads you. Mazal tov.
Thank you so much, Chancellor Schwartz. So, we made it. We're here in a mid-afternoon Bein Hashmashot, the liminal space between graduation and ordination. You have been in the process of becoming for so long. And this ritual brings the Jewish community a new group of cantors and rabbis who are deeply needed and much anticipated. And it marks you becoming the rabbis and the cantors that you have trained so long to be. Now, each of you here has helped bring our graduates to this day, family and friends who have been sources of support and comfort, and we celebrate you today as well. We are deeply grateful to our faculty who have challenged and nurtured and taught these students, and to the Division of Religious Leadership and other JTS leadership and administration who helped you on your journey, including Rabbi Stephanie Ruskay, Cantor Nancy Abramson, Chazana Tasha Hirschhorn, Rabbi Jan Urbach, Rabbi Gordon Tucker, Rabbi Matt Berkowitz, Rabbi Jason Rogoff, Rabbi Julia Andelman, Rabbi Rafi Cohen, Rabbi Morty Schwartz, Rabbi Naomi Kalish, Aidan Fisher-Brown, and many more. And of course, these graduates were welcomed to JTS and guided by Rabbis Joel Alter and Ariella Rosen, and of course, Rabbi Daniel Nevins. We are so grateful to our Division of Religious Leadership Advisory Board, and especially to our chair, Barry Lavelle. And special thanks to Cantor Gerald Cohen for stepping in to lead the music for today's ceremony. We are blessed today to have some of our students' most significant mentors here who have helped inspire them, teach them, and shape them into the cantors and rabbis they've become today. Each student has invited a mentor or two to be present today to offer them words of blessing on their ordination. And in a moment, our graduates and mentors will stand. You'll see our graduates turn around to receive a private blessing from their mentor. And during that time, we invite you to hum or sing along or sit quietly as they receive their blessings. But first, graduates, I invite you to stand and turn to look at this kahal. These are your people. These are the people we celebrate and hold you today and every day. And now I invite the mentors to stand. Amen, Selah. May you abound in blessing. Please be seated. Ze hayom asa Adonai nagila v'nismecha bo. This day was made by God. Let us rejoice. So this week, we begin Sefer Bamidbar. In Hebrew, the book of wilderness. In English, the book of Numbers. So first, we begin with an accounting. Before we take the next step, we have to know who is here among us. This class, your class that graduates today, is not exactly the same class that began together. The friends and loved ones who are here and watching online include those who have been with you since you first admitted out loud that you were considering the rabbinate or the cantorate, and some who joined along the way and are now essential in your lives. And there are some with whom you have parted ways. We also hold in our hearts and memories some of the beloveds who no longer walk among us. We acknowledge our teachers and our ancestors on whose shoulders we stand. It has been a profound blessing for me to share my first year back at JTS with you in your last year here, or your last year here for now, maybe I should say, because who knows. You, as we know, are the only class at JTS now who had a full year here before the pandemic. You have weathered construction, political turmoil, rebuke, COVID, dean transition, a new placement system. Early in your journey here, you had to face big questions about whether the Jewish community was ready for you. And you began the lifetime process of cheshbon nefesh and learning the language of communicating across difference to teach your truth. The Israelites were famous for kvetching while navigating the Midbar, not without reason. And there were times when you honored that sacred heritage. And yet, on the whole, you chose to meet your time here with curiosity and grace and joy. And I think this is in no small part because each of you truly loves being immersed in Torah. And in your time here, you were asked to embrace the challenge of putting Torah at your center. This week's Parsha offers us a paradigm for the sacred journey into service of the Jewish community on which you are embarking. For the Israelites, it was a journey through the Midbar, the wilderness. Now, wilderness is, as Moshe describes it in Dvarim, Gadol v'Norah, great and awesome. Parshat Bamidbar tells us that the Ohel Moed, the tabernacle, was placed at the center of the Israelite encampment with the tribes arrayed around it, each in their tribes and their clans, but together, so that when the voice of God emanated from the tent, it came from within the assembled people. It emerged from their lev, from their collective heart. Rabbi Harold Kushner of blessed memory taught that it was for this reason that the Israelites did not feel lost or lonely in the wilderness. They had God and Torah at the center, and on either side, community. This is one teaching from this Parsha. Keep God and Torah at the center, and keep community close. The community of your peers and teachers and mentors and family, and the communities that you will serve. Also, according to our tradition, it is only in the wilderness that we can find learning and wisdom. Midrash Rabbah teaches that the Torah was given in the wilderness because Torah is the only thing that is offered freely to everyone on earth. And that is our job too, because we know that that's not always how it feels to be a Jew today. May you offer Torah freely and bring this knowing to all of those you serve. Another teaching. The scholar Nechama Leibowitz taught we should aspire to be like the wilderness. Only if we strive to make ourselves hefker, like the wilderness, can we acquire the wisdom of Torah. Now, what does this mean? The Talmud in Masechet Eruvin explains that if a person makes herself humble like the wilderness, which is open to all and upon which everyone can tread, her Torah, her study will endure and will be given to her as a gift. Now, this is much easier said than done. After so many years of study and such hard work, you are ready to go out in the world and make your mark and teach your Torah. And you will. But how will your Torah endure? Its enemies, cynicism and judgmentalism, are seductive and are so easily available. Burnout lurks on the shadow side of ego. We must not turn our backs on the wilderness. We must not give in to the temptation to close ourselves to the experiences that are confusing and painful and formative. When we are most vulnerable, we are most open to the greatest hurt and to the greatest joy. The Midbar invites us to greet the world with humility and curiosity. If you make yourself like the wilderness, you will begin this next chapter of your lives as ordained cantors and rabbis with openness to learning from the unexpected. It will be tempting not to do this, to plant your feet in what for you feels like promised land. After all, you have worked hard to arrive here. Hold on to that, but also this. Remain humble and open like the wilderness for your Torah to endure. And finally, Parshat Bamidbar always falls on the Shabbat before the festival of Shavuot. And as we count the days towards Shavuot, we are ever more aware of the passage of time. According to the sages, Rabbi Kushner teaches, this should remind us that the Torah was given in wilderness, a place accessible to all, a site that belonged to no one people, and it was given to a people with no real possessions. As you become rabbis and cantors, know, and you do, that it is intimidating to open oneself up to the demands of God, to a new and morally demanding way of life. But know also that you are not alone. We can choose to put God and Torah at the center and to build and connect to community around us. I know that each of you is drawn to create your own pathways between Torah and community through song and service and study and teaching. And I pray that with God and Torah at the heart, your bodies and souls will be sustained with the strength and the drive to serve the Jewish people and to be partners in the work of healing the world through justice. The wilderness can feel scary. It is scary. None of us knows what's in store for us individually as a people, as a nation, as a planet. You and your generation face an especially daunting midbar with unprecedented challenges, known and unknown. But the world can change, and you can change it. I pray for you that you will continue to find connection and friendship on either side of you, colleagues and friends who sustain you, and Torah and God within you, so that you need not fear the midbar and be open to all the revelation to come. So now let's ordain these rabbis and cantors. Each cantor will be blessed with the words used to describe David the psalmist at the end of the second book of Samuel, Na'im Zmirot b'Yisrael, a sweet singer in Israel. Each rabbi will be ordained with the words, V'chacham yitzkareh, v'rav yitzkareh, let them be known as a scholar. Let them be known as a rabbi. This phrase, which has its roots in the Talmud, is actually an acknowledgement of how much remains to be learned. All of us, rabbis and cantors, are first and foremost students, seeking the courage and the wisdom to keep learning. We pray that our new rabbis and cantors will share their learning with their communities, and they will continue to grow in Torah, in wisdom and knowledge all the days of their lives. So I invite now Cantor Nancy Abramson, director of the H.L. Miller Cantorial School, Rabbi Stephanie Ruskay, Associate Dean of the Rabbinical School, Cantor Max Axelrod, Vice President of the Cantors Assembly, and Rabbi Harold Kravitz, President of the Rabbinical Assembly, to join me in forming the Batei Din for ordaining our rabbis and cantors.
We call upon Joshua Modiano Ehrlich, presented by his mentor, Cantor Nancy Abramson.
Every morning during Shacharit, we recite, B'tuvo machadesh b'chol yom ma'aseh breshit, ma rabu ma'asecha Adonai. In your goodness, you renew creation day after day. How manifold are your works, Adonai. Josh, you have indeed been created in the image of the God who makes newness daily and prolifically. You set yourself the task of creating a choral piece for each parashah, and your work, the choral Torah, is being heard around the country. In your inclusive davening, you lead with primary emphasis on text, allowing music to amplify, not overcome, the meaning of our holy words. As you enter the sacred calling of the cantorate, may you continue to relish new harmonies as you preserve our Misinai melodies. May your beautiful soul shine light upon all those you serve in gladness.
Yikara Shimcha v'Yisrael, HaChazan, Yehoshua ben Rachel u'Shmuel Yaakov HaLevi, Na'im Zmirot b'Yisrael.
Cantor Joshua Modiano Ehrlich. Josh, your musical Torah is deep yet accessible to all. May you serve the Jewish people and the world in harmony and joy. Now we're done.
At this time, we get to call up those who are being ordained as rabbi on this joyous day. We call upon Benjamin Zachary Forrester, presented by Rabbi Betsy Forrester.
What an exquisite moment for a mother who has been called also to be your mentor. Shema B'ni, you have been called to make the divine present in this beautiful, burning world, to nurture fertile ground between the good and the possible. As you depart the fiery mountain of Torah for the Midbar and the work of uncovering the sacred in the ordinary and real, your greatest impact will come from your humility, vulnerability, intelligence, and especially your seeing, hearing, feeling presence. May you teach Torah that stirs your soul. Let it flow through you in the particular ways in which you are meant to shape it. Remember, we often serve b'diavad in life's messy realities. Seek life-giving decisions from the heart of Torah with conviction and an open mind. Know that your words are only as effective as your belief in them and the trust you cultivate. Listen deeply. Check whom and what you are serving. Remember, every tradition begins as an innovation. Holding people's hearts and souls in yours and accompanying them in their most profound moments is our greatest privilege. Take joy in your service and practice self-care. Eat lunch. Calendar time for study. Get outside and keep your bearings as part of a larger story. May you remain curious and keep getting dusty. May your heart be open and lovingly nurtured. May you always feel yourself to be Yedid Adonai, in loving relationship with God, Yishkon lavetach alav uven ktefav shachen, secure enough to take risks and teach the Torah that will define you. Welcome to this holy wilderness beneath.
Yikara Shimcha B'Yisrael, Harav Binyamin Zachariah, Ben Shalom Yaakov Halevi, V'Harav Bat Yalea, V'Chacham Yitzkareh, V'Rav Yitzkareh.
Rabbi Benjamin Zachary Forrester. Benji, you integrate life, vocation, and family. You create space for others, sometimes even before they know they need it. May your humility and generosity lead you to serve with courage and compassion as you seek wisdom, build community, and bring justice and Torah to the world.
We call upon Stephanie Marissa Gadan. presented by one of her mentors, Rabbi Jennifer Schlossberg.
Stephanie. We learn in Pirkei Avot about a person of honor. Rabbi Yossi teaches us, Kol ha'mechabed et haTorah, gufo mechubad al habriot. That one who honors the Torah is considered honored by others. From Ben Zoma, we learn that an honorable person is one ha'mechabed et habriot, is one who honors others around her. Stephanie, you have become, you are, for so many of us, the essence of an honorable person. You bring honor to your work, to your Torah. You honor the lives of others through their challenges and joys, through their laughs and their tears. You honor each person, Basher Husham, where they are, as they are, no matter who they are. And with this honor, not only do you represent our people with dignity, but you lift up their minds, hearts, and spirits. Thank you. At this moment of your becoming a rabbi, may you continue to lead with enthusiasm and passion. May your love of Torah continue to tap the hearts of those who are fortunate to learn from your wisdom. May your faith be your rock in your pursuit of justice for all. May your heart always be open to healing others, even as you carve out sacred spaces for yourself. May you be safe in body and in spirit, in your service to our people, all people, and our country. Our world is so blessed because today it welcomes you as a rabbi. With love, Mazal Tov.
Yikare Shemech b'Yisrael, Harav Shoshana Maya, Bat Yosef v'Kalila, v'Chacham tikare, v'Rav tikare.
Rabbi Stephanie Marissa Gadan. Stephanie, your integrity and humility inspire all who encounter you to embody goodness. May you know your worth as you seek wisdom, build community, and bring justice and Torah to the world.
We call upon Adam Joseph Gilman, presented by his mentor, Rabbi Ariel Rousseau.
Adam, the spot emet draws our attention in this week's Torah portion to a midrash that compares all of Torah to the wilderness. The midrash takes a verse from Torah, Umimidbar Matana, and interprets it as from wilderness, a gift. I'm reflecting on your time in rabbinical school and the various journeys you have taken. At times, the wilderness, I imagine, felt like exile, and at other times, like abundant opportunities and blessings. The fullness of your journey is and continues to be a gift. You are a gift to our community in that you brought with you an open heart and shared it with us. You listen intently by asking thoughtful and compassionate questions. Your willingness to take in other perspectives enables you to be in meaningful dialogue with people across the political spectrum. You bring authenticity to community, sharing generously of your beautiful Torah, all with a sense of deep morality. It is a blessing for me personally that I can accompany you on part of your journey towards becoming a rabbi today and leader of the Jewish community. One of the points of the Savat Emet here is that in order to open ourselves up fully to God and to Torah, we have to make space within ourselves through becoming vessels of Torah with our own self-awareness. You have learned so much about yourself and have used your experiences to help guide and counsel so many others from a place of both humility and confidence. May you continue to share your deep, meaningful, inspired Torah with the Jewish people, because we are all better from learning from you. Sal Tov.
Yikare Shimcha b'Yisrael, Harav Adam Yosef ben Yisrael Gad Umanya Gittel, v'Chacham Yitzkareh, v'Rav Yitzkareh.
Rabbi Adam Joseph Gilman. Adam, the small things matter to you because they are the foundation for your sense of justice. May you greet those around you with grace and generosity as you seek wisdom, build community, and bring justice and Torah to the world.
We call upon Grace Elizabeth Gleason, presented by one of her mentors, Rabbi Felicia Sol.
L'chol isha yeshem shenatan la Elohim v'natnu la aviha v'ima. Your father and your mother, Zichronah Lebracha, blessed you with the name Grace. You have embodied your name and who you are, how you relate, and the humility and loving wisdom that pours forth from your soul. May God bless you, Chana Elisheva Bat Shmuela Davida Vidaniel, on the special day of ordination. Proverbs teaches, Titein l'roshcha leviat chen, ateret tiferet timagnecha. Wisdom will adorn your head with a graceful wreath, crown you with a glorious diadem. May you wear the crown of Torah with grace. May you continue to teach the pristine Torah that is yours. It is clear, insightful, and strong. May you not be afraid to speak your truth, to lean into your righteous indignation, to sing your song, and to lead them from the most authentic place within you. May you cherish the great privilege of serving your community, the Jewish people, and humanity. And may you always di'i lifnei mi'at omeret, know before whom you stand. When days are hard and you are weary, may Torah and God be life-giving. May the love you give your community bless and care for you in return. And may you know that we, Your mentors, teachers, and colleagues are here for you. We believe in you. Above all, may you be blessed with the Keter Shem Tov, the crown of a good name, which supersedes all other crowns. The integrity of the life you lead will be your crowning glory. Yivarchech Adonai v'yishmarech, Ya'er Adonai panav eleich v'yichonech, Yisa Adonai panav eleich v'yasem lach shalom.
Yikare Shmech b'Yisrael, Harav Chana Elisheva, Bat Shmuela Davida v'Daniel, v'Chacham Tikare, v'Rav Tikare.
Rabbi Grace Elizabeth Gleason. Grace, you listen gently and deliver power in a beautiful combination of chesed and din. May your still small voice endure and grow as you seek wisdom, build community, and bring justice and Torah to the world.
We call upon Noah Lauren Rachels, presented by his mentor, Cantor Jacob Ben Sion Mendelssohn.
Even I know how to use an iPhone. My dear Noah, was it yesterday that we sat in the diner discussing the matzav of the American cantorate to help you decide if it was for you? It was the first time we actually had met. We spoke on the phone a few times. I was impressed. Well-dressed, courteous to a fault. And the fact that you were a fan of mine didn't hurt. You were smitten by Chazanut and wanted to know if you could actually do it in a shul. I said, well, things have changed. We have, let's call it Nusach America, but that doesn't mean we leave the past totally behind, and I think there's some room anyway. So I said it was really possible if you did it really well. There's nothing worse than bad chazanut. But if you really sold them the goods, they would buy it. Then came 5 years when you relentlessly pulled every marrow out of every bone in my body, and I think I taught you everything I know. I think you're ready to go out there and give them what you know, but teach them what they need to know. Noah, they're going to love you. You're a mensch, a teacher, a huge talent, and a giver. I have a gift for you. And here is one of Moshe Genshov's miters. Moshe was the last of the great Chazanim of the golden age of Chazanut, and he was my teacher. And when cantors get emotional, it goes right to the throat. And I'm a Kohen, and he was a Kohen. So together, we bless you. Mazal tov.
Yikare Shimcha b'Yisrael, HaChazan, Nachman Lev, Ben Manya Brucha, Naim Zmirot b'Yisrael.
Cantor Noah Lauren Rachels. Noah, your expressive voice opens layers of meaning in our tradition to all who hear you. May you serve the Jewish people and the world with your calm and embracing presence. Mazal tov.
We call upon Lindsay Jeanette Goldman, presented by her mentor, Rabbi Craig Sheff.
כנשר יאיר קינו על גוזליו ירחף, יפרוס כנפיו ייקחהו, יישאהו על עברתו. Like an eagle that rouses its nest, over its fledglings she hovers. She spreads her wings and she takes us. She bears us on her pinions. Lindsay, your Torah rouses us from our complacency. It challenges us to see ourselves as the newborn children of God with a world of hope and possibility just beyond our cradles. Rivka, your teaching hovers and playfully dances above. It invites us to reach up and grab a hand, to lift ourselves into the circle of avodah, of service that is filled with humor and laughter, joy and love. Bat Nava, your vision lets you see beyond the horizon. Your feet boldly keep step. Your words call us to follow, even carrying us along when we can't get off of the runway ourselves. Bad Zev Zalman, your strength, your courage and faith are rooted in family, empowerment, independence, and love. Your heart uplifts us, your students, and opens our hearts to the potential sanctity of every time and every space. Harav Rivka Bat Zev Zalman Venava, you have long been my rabbi in so many senses of the word. Today, your journey belongs to us all, as we now belong to you. Mazal tov.
Yikare Shemech b'Yisrael, Harav Rivka bat Ze'ev Zalman v'Nava, v'Chacham tikare, v'Rav tikare.
Rabbi Lindsay Jeanette Goldman. Lindsay, You remember the moments that shaped you and never lose sight of your Mizrach. May you open yourself to transformation and shape the next generation with humility as you seek wisdom, build community, and bring justice and Torah to the world.
We call upon Israel Moses Gordon, presented by his mentor, Rabbi Ari Sachs.
Izzy, last Shabbat, I had the honor to give the bat mitzvah charge to your daughter. In my charge, I shared how she inspired my daughter to make better Jewish choices. Izzy, as I stand here to give you your rabbinic charge, I'd like to share with you and our colleagues here that over the course of the past 6 years we've spent as co-clergy at the Huntington Jewish Center in Huntington, New York, you inspired me to be a better rabbi. And it's not just because you're older than me, or because it proves that cantors and rabbis can actually be the best of friends. It's because you taught me how to balance our work as Klei Kodesh with an intensity that expresses the joy, musicality, and importance of Jewish leadership, number one, and number two, with the utmost humility that makes us ask the question, how important is our work anyway? Does it really make that much of a difference? It may sound paradoxical, but you taught me how important it is for a rabbi to hold together an unwavering faith and a healthy dose of nihilism. And so my blessing for you comes from the Hasidic master Rabbi Simcha Buna. Izzy, may you always wear a coat with two pockets. In one pocket, Bishvili nivra ha'olam. The world was created for my sake. God has blessed you, Izzy, with this auspicious opportunity to be a rabbi, to be a preacher and a teacher of Israel. And in the other pocket, ani afar va'efer. I am but dust and ashes. Yes, Izzy, you may now add rabbi to your titles. But really, how important is that title really? Don't let the title go to your head. Stay true to who you are, because who you are even before you stepped back into this institution 5 years ago is a teacher, a musician, and most importantly, for me, a friend who inspired this rabbi to be his best. May you inspire many more colleagues and many students to come in the years to come.
Shimcha b'Yisrael, Harav Yisrael Moshe ben David Shmuel uMiriam, v'Chacham Yitzkareh, v'Rav Yitzkareh.
Rabbi Israel Moses Gordon. Izzy, a sweet singer and a wise educator, your thirst for learning has led you to become a leader drawing from all disciplines. May your journey be one of discernment and fulfillment as you seek wisdom, build community, and bring justice and Torah to the world.
We call upon Risha Groner, presented by her mentor, Rabbi Amichai Lau-Levi.
לשם ייחוד קודשה בריחו ושכינתה, היושבת בגנים, חברים מקשיבים לקולך, השמיעיני. She, you who dwells in the gardens, friends are listening to your voice. Let us hear your voice. I call upon the ancestors, the teachers, the Hasidic masters, the Rebbes, the Rebbitzins, all the spirits of all who've come before us, who've led you here, to bless you with this privilege that I have to bless you in their name today. You who as a pious girl learned that your voice was not as welcome, that you had to sing softly, that you were a bystander and not a full participant in the religious life. You who stand here now, let us hear your voice. You are now one of the leaders. You are not a bystander and not even a participant. You are in front of the room. Kol Isha Geula. Your voice is the voice of redemption. And it's about time. Kol Dodim Hine Zeba. This is your voice. Hine Zeba. Spirals happen because circles veer off the path for just a tiny fraction that moves a circle into a new direction it never knew it had. Thank you for walking off the path to blaze a brand new trail. Thank you for blazing a new spiral for so many new generations of seekers who seek your voice and guidance. Thank you for weathering contractions and the ever-expanding path, the new trail. May you never be alone on this trail. May you know what we and so many are with you, always. May you always be attuned to the call of the heart. Kol halev, kol dodech dofek. May you be attuned to the sound of silence beyond the drama, beyond the wind and the howling. Kol dmama daka. Hayoshevet baganim, you who now dwell in this garden. Hashmi'ini. We are ready for your voice.
Yikareh Shemech b'Yisrael, Harav Risha, Bat Harabbanit Rivka Leba, V'Harav Chaim Tzvi Hirsch, V'Chacham Tikareh, V'Rav Tikareh.
Rabbi Risha Groner. Risha. All who know you marvel at your capacity to adapt, grow, and incorporate new ideas into how you see the world. May you unleash a spiritual revolution as you seek wisdom, build community, and bring justice and Torah to the world.
We call upon Alex Michael Hamilton, presented by his mentor, Rabbi Abby Jacobson.
Alex, as a Jewish person, you have a lot of responsibilities on your shoulders. The yoke of the kingdom of heaven, the yoke of the mitzvot. This august Beit Din is about to add another, the yoke of the rabbinate. And I noticed the Navy wasn't shy about adding epaulets, another yoke of the Jewish chaplain in the Navy. As your childhood rabbi from Oklahoma, I'm adding another. The yoke of the small Jewish community. I'm sorry, Yankees, that's yeehaw to you. It will serve you well in the Navy when a minion might be the 4 people in your destroyer group, when it might be the 7 people who are off this week and can get there, or the 13 terrified new recruits who are in basic training. It will serve you well in your entire rabbinate to remember what you and I know instinctively. The Torah is not for the rich. The Torah is full of riches. The Torah is not for a full and numerous Jewish community. The Torah is full of numerous doorways to let Jews in. The Torah is not for good people. The Torah is good for people. It is not my job to bless you. You do not need a blessing. You are a blessing to us, to Oklahoma, to JTS, to the Navy, and to God. You are a blessing.
Shimcha v'Yisrael, Harav Avraham Michael ben Tzviah, v'Chachamit Yitkare, v'Rav Yitkare.
Rabbi Alex Michael Hamilton. Alex, you have a powerful sense of service to God and country as you bring comfort and support to the people you've trained so hard to accompany. May you open your heart to the people and experiences you encounter as you seek wisdom, build community, and bring justice and Torah to the world.
We call upon Gabriela Ayelet Kornsgold, presented by Rabbi Gordon Bernat Kunin.
Gabriella, as you go forth, leave Egypt, climb Sinai, and wander through the wilderness towards the promised land, may God grant you the courage and creativity and humor to support and challenge the Jewish people with all your heart and your soul and your might. And as you serve the Jewish people, may you combine your extraordinary gift for Haknasat Orchim, for welcoming in, with the ability to set limits, to proclaim your Ad Kan, to say, up to here, I will serve you and welcome you and meet you, but also to know what your sacred no means, not only to you, but to all of those you serve. And when you're feeling frustrated, maybe once in a while with Bnei Yisrael, although not likely, remember God's words to Moses. Lech red, go down, and Rashi's comment, I only gave you your stature, your position for their sake. And when you're feeling overwhelmed by the magnitude of this responsibility, remember that you are part of an eternal fabric, a binyan ade'ad, and that Rahmana liba bai, that the Holy One desires the integrity of your beautiful heart in all its wholeness and imperfections. I remember at a Passover Seder when your Zaidi, who I have to mention was in the joint program class of 1958, taught us an interpretation of God's statement in the Talmud, Nitzchuni Benai, my children have surpassed me. And playing on the word Netzach, God's statement can be understood as not only my children have surpassed me, but my children have eternalized me. In this moment, in this hallowed place where we stand, we who have raised you and have been raised by you, in this moment, we taste the joy of that eternity. Mazel tov.
Yikare Shmech b'Yisrael, Harav Gabriela Ayelet, ben Harav Gurion Halevi, v'Dina Shanit, v'Chacham Tikare, v'Rav Tikare.
Rabbi Gabriela Ayelet Kornsgold. Gavi, you have brought your very own strength, flair, and energy to the role of rabbi. As you establish yourself back home, yet transformed, may you draw on your wells of creativity and deep listening to offer your gifts as you seek wisdom, build community, and bring justice and Torah to the world.
We call upon Aaron Philip Levin, presented by one of his mentors, Rabbi Stephanie Ruskay.
Yivdu et Hashem b'simcha, bo lefanav v'ernana. Aaron, you have manufactured joy this year even when it was difficult. May you always find the strength to nourish your soul and maintain your infectious spirit that spreads that joy of service and celebration throughout the communities so that together you can serve God.
Yikare Shimcha B'Yisrael, Harav Aharon official, Ben Sarah Leah, Upesach Moshe Halevi, V'Chacham Yitzkareh, V'Rav Yitzkareh.
Rabbi Aaron Philip Levin. Aaron, you are a fierce believer in community and in joy. May you find equanimity and spaciousness as you embrace a new challenge of communal creation and seek wisdom, build community, and bring justice and Torah to the world.
We call upon Marilyn Selby Okoshi, presented by her mentor, Cantor Marina Shemesh.
Dear Marilyn, I'm so happy to be a part of your transformation, of this journey as you embark on the next step in your life. I would like to offer you this blessing. May your music, your prayers, and your leadership bring balance, strength, and healing to the community that you will serve. May you inspire your congregation to serve God and to serve others. May your work as a spiritual leader always be filled with the sweetness of Torah, and your passion and your voice illuminate the words of the Torah, so you may find new meaning within those words. May you have strength and humility and vocal health to lead and to inspire your congregation. May the one who blessed our ancestors bless you, Hazan, Marilyn Selby Okoshi, Mirabat Yoel Uferel, as you begin this next chapter of your life. God, we ask you to guide Marilyn's steps as she begins her sacred work as Hazan of the people of Israel. Ken Yehi Ratzon.
Yikare Shemech B'Yisrael, HaChazan Mira, Bat Yoel Uperel, Naim Zmirot B'Yisrael.
Cantor Marilyn Selby Okoshi. Marilyn, your keen intellect and love of teaching and song manifest in all you do. May you serve the Jewish people and the world with your music and your Torah. Mazal tov.
We call upon Andy Benjamin Weisfeld, presented by his mentor, Rabbi Aaron Krupnik.
Andy, my Ben Bayit, the blessings of the Kadosh Baruch Hu, our Creator, flow through you. You have been uniquely endowed with a very special gift, the gift of making others feel safe and secure in your midst. With unrivaled patience, you strive for empathy and understanding. Yours is the treasured gift of a comforting presence. And as your friend and mentor, I know that it is precisely because you are so comfortable in yourself that others freely open up to you. Faith in oneself is the best and safest course, and as a result, others will follow you on your journey. Devoid of cynicism and despair, your buoyant spirit, your enthusiasm, your innate charm will inspire those around you, and your vision will broaden their horizons. Teach them that Judaism has the power to save lives. No, it can't keep you from dying. No religion can keep you alive forever. But as you have learned from your youth, Judaism can save our lives from being wasted. Teach them to invest in things that really matter so that their lives will really matter. Teach that truth that is in your heart. Teach them through the strength of your character that Judaism has the ability and the power to elevate all of us to a higher level of authentic humanity, which you embody each and every day. When all is said and done, my prayer for you is a simple one. Share what is good and great in you, and you will bring out the best in Am Yisrael. Am Yisrael Chai, the Jewish people, lives through you, Rabbi Andy Weisfeld.
Yikare Shimcha b'Yisrael, Harav Chanan Binyamin ben Yaakov v'Liora, v'Chacham Yitzkareh, v'Rav Yitzkareh.
Rabbi Andy Benjamin Weisfeld. Andy, you have a gentle but firm way of modeling and leading around tefillah and activism. May you continue to be open-hearted in seeking guidance and embrace new experiences as you seek wisdom, build community, and bring justice and Torah to the world.
We call upon Amelia Frieda Rachner-Wolf, presented by Rabbi Joey Wolf.
There are two ways of looking at the opening of Psalm 130. Mimamakim karaticha Adonai. From the depths I call out to you, God. This is what Yosef ben Avraham Jikatilia, the 13th century Kabbalist, says in his beloved commentary, Shari Ora. Two ways of seeing this. The first way focuses on the person who's doing the calling out, pleading for attention. It focuses on you and me. We're somewhere down below, alone, all but forgotten, feeling ourselves at a great distance from heaven with a faint voice. But the second way, he says, of understanding the psalmist's words focuses not on us, but on the Kadosh Baruch Hu. In this case, God is proximate, amok, very deep, but close by us, in the color of things, in their texture, in their music, in creaturely beings, in the spray of wildflowers, in tidal pools, in loneliness, in confusion too, in the people we get to work and play with day in and day out, in our hearts and minds. Amelia, may you as a rabbi feel your heart warmed by the abundance of possibilities to be present in the lives of others, bringing your moral clarity, your profound joy, and your compassion, and maybe most of all, your irresistible fascination with Torah. Everywhere you walk on life's path, and may you be a blessing. I love you.
Yikare Shemech B'Yisrael, Harav Amalia Freda, Bat Harav Yosef Eliyav V'Tzipora, V'Chacham Tikare, V'Rav Tikare.
Rabbi Amelia Freda Rackner Wolf. Amelia, you are a teacher to your teachers and a student of every person, experience, and challenge you encounter. May you continue to lead from your intellect and from your heart in a way that nourishes you as you seek wisdom, build community, and bring justice and Torah to the world.
Mazal Tov to our new rabbis and cantors. Rabbi Harold Kravitz, President of the Rabbinical Assembly, will welcome our new rabbis.
It is a joy to represent the Rabbinical Assembly in ordaining this wonderful group of new rabbis and cantors, to extend a warm welcome to you as our newest colleagues, and a mazal tov to your families and teachers. It's a special privilege for me to be here, to have called up Stephanie Gadan for ordination since I first named her as a baby. Yes, I am that old. I'm about to end my long tenure as senior rabbi of Adath Yeshurun congregation in Minneapolis. It gets me thinking back on my career since I was ordained here at JTS 36 years ago. I have my share of accomplishments that our congregation will celebrate in a few weeks. But as I was preparing my message for you, I found myself thinking more about mistakes I have made, and I have made my share from which I hope to learn. I recall a lesson taught to me by a congregant early in my career. I arrived at a baby naming at home, having left the copies of the service on my office desk. I had to make do with a few copies run off their home computer. I was clearly flustered and apologized profusely. After the service, Michael Bromer, a congregant who had retired from a distinguished medical career, approached me and said, "Rabbi, I want you to know that I never made the same mistake twice in my career. Instead, I made new mistakes." The point was clear, that we are human, So we make mistakes, they are inevitable, and we need to learn from them. When we make our mistakes, hopefully someone will offer tochacha, critique, delivered with such kindness. And even when that tochacha, criticism, is not delivered kindly, it is still our obligation to recognize the truth being expressed to us. We need to recognize that people who do not care do not bother to speak up. We need to take responsibility for and acknowledge our errors and try our best to correct them and to learn from them. For that and for many other reasons, it is crucial to have the support of good colleagues and mentors to try to avoid mistakes when possible and to figure out how to acknowledge and rectify them when necessary. The Rabbinical Assembly is here to support you in that way, and the Cantors Assembly as well, and in so many others in bad times and in good. As members of our Rabbinical Assembly and Cantors Assembly as well, you will have the benefit of learning from experienced colleagues, and you will in turn bring your experiences and talents to veteran colleagues who themselves are trying to find their ways in a quickly changing world. We very much look forward to partnering with each of you as you join our ranks. We share in the joy of your accomplishments and offer you brachot, blessings on your ordination as rabbis and cantors and in your lives. We wish you derech slicha, satisfaction and success in what we hope will be long and productive careers. Amen.
Cantor Matt Axelrod, Vice President of the Cantors Assembly, will welcome our new cantors and then join with Rabbi Kravitz in blessing the rabbis and cantors with Birkat Kohanim.
5 simple, beautiful, transcendent words that appear in Sefer Shmot. Ve'asu li mikdash v'shachanti betocham. They will make for me a holy place, and I will dwell within their midst. One thing that was made very clear to us over the last number of years when the pandemic and its restrictions precluded in-person attendance at shul was that Kedusha, holiness, did not exclusively reside in a sanctuary. We celebrated B'nai Mitzvah over Zoom, and we saw firsthand how families created their own mini-sanctuary in their living room. They would drape a table with a decorative cover or flowers and create a makeshift amud. They would place some Jewish ritual items like candlesticks or a Kiddush cup to be visible in their little Zoom room. And there they were in their home, sitting in front of a computer, in a true holy place. And so it will be for you. And yes, you'll have those iconic moments of grandeur, standing in front of 1,000 or so congregants on Yom Kippur, dressed in your white-robed finery. But you will find true holiness in the still, small moments, bumping into someone at the supermarket and offering words of comfort or encouragement, holding someone's hand at the side of a hospital bed while quietly reciting vidui, or sitting with a shy and introverted bat mitzvah student at your desk and finally getting her to laugh at your dumb joke. V'shachanti betocham, those are the places where you will find God's presence and how you will embody the true meaning of Klei Kodesh as you truly become vessels of holiness. And so on behalf of the Cantors Assembly, welcome. We are thrilled to invite you into our ranks, and we are thrilled to call you colleagues so that we may sing and create and study together. As we share our music with each other and with the Jewish people, so may we increase celebration, comfort, beauty, and yes, holiness in the world. May I ask the new Rabbanim and Chazanim to please rise. Yivrechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and guard you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
Adonai show favor and be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
May you feel God's presence in your life, and may you be blessed with wholeness, integrity, with peace. Amen.
We invite all of our newly ordained cantors and rabbis to join us up here on the bima as Rabbi Amelia Wolf and Cantor Noah Rachels will offer a few words on behalf of the class. Our Parsha Bamidbar begins with a census of the Israelite people in the wilderness, but God does not tell Moshe and Aaron to count the people, but rather, tifkedu otam, remember them, take note of them, check in with them. According to Ramban, that root, pekuv dalid, always carries within it the meaning of watching over, of remembrance. God, Pakad Sarah, took note of her when she was struggling with infertility. God, Pakad Yisrael, took us out of Egypt when God noticed that we were enslaved. In other words, the census is not a quantitative survey, but a qualitative one, where every individual is not a number, but is remembered and taken note of. Now, our class has seen its share of deans and leadership. Rabbi Nevins, Rabbi Orvak, Rabbi Cohen, our two constants in life, Cantor Abramson and Rabbi Riskay. We are all here because at some point you saw us. You saw something in us. You have fostered and continue to foster a school where we don't all just count off, get through, and get ordained, but a place where we take note of each other, where we see each other not as numbers or roles, but as full, three-dimensional human beings who all carry a Torah within us. You have created a culture where we don't check on each other, we check in with each other, and we learned that from your example. Thank you. Thank you for checking in with us. Thank you for counting us. Thank you for, as my grandpa would say, counting on us, and for taking note of us. During my preschool graduation, I was also asked to speak on behalf of the class. And I told my teachers that even after I forget you, I will always love you. I can say that none of us here will be forgetting any of you, but that love part holds true all the way through. May the one who took note of Sarah when she was struggling to build herself up take note of all of us, of you, of all of you in this room, as we continue to build up our own communities. And in the merit of what you have already built here and what we are trying to build here, may God lift up our heads to be counted, seen, and recorded in the incredible story that you, our deans and leadership, past and present, our faculty, our loved ones, that you are already writing.
Ken Yehi Ratzon.
A little known fact is that I also had a preschool experience where I was called upon to speak. In my case, it was because the other kids ended up being too shy, and so I did the entirety of Goldilocks and the Three Bears as a one-man show. In his book, The Legend of the Baal Shem, Martin Buber writes, "All journeys have secret destinations of which the traveler is unaware." Though some of us here today have known from an early age that we would one day become cantors or rabbis, or even cantors and rabbis, for others of us, myself included, JTS was more of a secret destination that would only be revealed later. Similarly, I suspect that for Cantor Nancy Abramson, the directorship of the H.L. Miller Cantorial School and College of Jewish Music was something of a secret destination. I wonder, Cantor Abramson, when you were an undergraduate student in the joint program between Liss College and Columbia, did you have any inkling that you would go on to spend over a decade nurturing a new generation of chazanim? Regardless of whether this was a secret destination of your journey, Cantor Abramson, it is abundantly clear that you have left an indelible mark not only on this august institution, but also on the lives of its students and graduates. You have led by example with an extraordinary degree of thoughtfulness, kindness, integrity, and grace. For that and so much more, we are grateful. Were our mouths filled with song as the sea, our tongues to sing endlessly like countless waves, our lips to offer limitless praise like the sky, our eyes to shine like the sun and the moon, our arms to spread heavenward like eagle's wings, and our feet swift as deer. Ein anachnu maskimim lehodot lach. We would still be unable to fully express our gratitude to you. As you mark this, your final tekes hasmecha as director of the Cantorial School, and embark on a new leg of your journey, may God bless you with good health and more destinations, secret or otherwise, destinations that bring you joy and fulfillment. Ken Yehi Ratzon.
You stay here. We invite all of the faculty present to come forward to recite together the words of blessing from the book of Joshua, found in the back of the program. And as we do so, I will ask Rabbi Gordon Tucker, our Vice Chancellor for Religious Life, and such an important mentor to our students, Chazan Natasha Hirschhorn, who served so ably as Assistant Cantorial School Director this year, and our students' beloved teachers and former deans, Rabbi Daniel Nevins and Rabbi Jan Urbach, who answered every call and every email every time I needed help this year, which was a lot of times. And of course, Rabbi Reskay and Cantor Abramson to bless our graduates.
Okay. Please, let's do this together.
Lo yamush sefer haTorah hazeh mipicha, vehagita bo yomam valayla, leman tishmor la'asot kechol hakatuv bo, ki az tatzliach et drachecha ve'az taskil. Halo tziviticha chazak ve'ematz, al ta'arot v'al techat, ki imecha Adonai Elohecha bechol asher telech. Let not this book of Torah cease from your lips, but recite it day and night, so that you may observe faithfully all that is written in it. Only then will you prosper in your undertakings, and only then will you be successful. We charge you, be strong and resolute. Proceed with courage and confidence, for Adonai your God is with you wherever you go.
And I'll ask everyone to stand, and please join us for Shehecheyanu, also on the back cover of the program. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Shehecheyanu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space, for granting us life, sustaining us, and for bringing us to this moment. So I'll invite you to sit back down just for a moment before we close. And when we do close, I'm going to ask you to join us in the courtyard for some festive dancing. I need to say a word to Cantor Nancy Abramson, who exudes blessing and chesed and is graduating today as well, and we will miss you terribly. I'll just say this. Achotenu at hiyi le'alfei revava. You have become thousands of myriads. Your song and the song of your students and their students and their students will continue to grow. And to you, I pray for each of you that you have colleagues and teachers and friends in your life to laugh with and eat with. This isn't working. To laugh with and eat with and study with and discover the secrets of the Torah and the secrets of the world. To tell you when you are wrong and with whom you can be honest and brave. Elu dvarim she'en lahem shiur. These are the things that have no measure. Our capacity for generosity and justice, our ability to show up for one another and deepen our practice of Judaism, acts of loving kindness, and the study of Torah. May you be sustained by these fruits throughout your lives and leave this world better. May you know and honor where you came from and move forward in justice, in peace, in friendship, and in Torah. Amen. Amen. Mazel tov.
la 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 la
la la la